Hello?
Huh?
Hello, guys.
Yo, what the f am I doing, bro? Alright, anyway, so today we are back with Sakura Stand, and as you guys have suggested, I should review Saber Alter, which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really used her, but you know, after checking out and doing some 1v1 rounds with her, she has a mound of problems that I want to talk about. Specifically regarding her entire moveset speed and just how her gimmick works. It's just so weird to me that the devs would even do this, but you know, it is what it is. You know, we're just gonna get straight into her moveset. Now, just a clarification before any of you guys dunk on me for hating on Saber Alter, no, I do not think she is a bad ability. At her current point, she stands at around B or B+ tier at best for PvP, which by no means is bad, but the whole point of this video was to just, you know, let people know of the problems for Saber Alter, so that hopefully the devs can change some of her gimmicks and how her moveset plays. Okay, just before we get into Saber Alter's moveset, before we get into like all the specifics and stuff, I just want to talk about her move speed, because Saber Alter is a snail compared to the other specs. Why does she run slower? I don't know why. She's so slow. It just makes it even harder to start combos with her M1s, which I will get into soon, but her M1s are also extremely important. So if you can't use your M1s as a combo starter, and because your move speed is so slow, then how are you supposed to start a combo? Like seriously, if you compare her to any other spec, she's just gonna seem like an absolute snail. So, yep, as you all saw there, Naoya, which has the default speed of any other spec, is fast as Saber Alter. For no reason, by the way. Why is Saber so slow? I literally don't know why she's so slow. So, again, this just makes it so that it's even harder for her to, you know, be offensive, and just makes her more of a defensive character, which is not what she is. Because, as again, I will get into moveset soon, but all of her moves require her to be offensive, because she is absolutely reliant on her M1s to start a combo. Now, that was just probably the first big problem I had. The second big problem, which is majorly worse, is the fact that literally all of her moves will damage her. Like, look, I'm just using my M1s. I just took 15 damage from using my M1s. Look, how much damage? I take 10 damage from using the R move. This just makes no sense. And yes, although she might have 500 HP, you also realize that in her stats, she takes 20% more damage. Instead of having 1 times damage and 1 times defense like any other character, she takes 1.2 times more damage. This makes no sense. If you're gonna make a character take damage from her own moves, then I feel like she should at least have, you know, higher defense, not lower defense. Which just makes no sense, because that means like, oh, if I use my move, I get a little combo off the opponent, and he comes back, he rushes me, I would have already taken like a third of my own health bar just by using my own moves to combo the character. Now, what also ruins Saber Alter is that the lower HP you have, the lower damage you also deal. Which just, oh my god, there are all sorts of problems to this. You're already punishing Saber Alter by making her kill herself when she uses her moves. You know, when she gets lower, she also deals less damage as well. So it just promotes the passive gameplay even more. Because what's the point of throwing out moves if I have a big chance of them getting blocked, cancelled, or parried? Well, I might as well just, you know, camp until the opponent makes a mistake, or just camp until, you know, my combo starters are back. Which, by the way, is either your slow M1s or your G move. Now, because, you know, she takes, like, damage from her own moves and such, I guess the devs tried to make up for it by giving her a Q move, which actually heals her over time. But the problem with this Q move is that it actually puts silence on you for a good 5 to 10 seconds. So if you use this at the start of a match, you're gonna be unable to do anything for a good 5 seconds. The opponent can literally walk up to you and get a free combo, because while you have the silence effect, if you know, is that you cannot block, use moves, or use your dash, which just, it leaves you vulnerable to basically any type of attack. So, yes, if you want to get a heal, sure, you can press the Q, but guess what? Hey, you can't use moves for a good 5 to 10 seconds, you're gonna give your opponent a free combo. The second problem about her Q move and her whole damaging self gimmick is because Saber Alter absolutely relies on this Q move. Now, the Q move itself is actually a pretty decent move if you didn't have the f***ing silence bar and the long ass cooldown. It's because it heals you a lot over time, which means Saber Alter can actually negate the damage she does to herself for a good amount of time. The problem is, because of the long ass cooldown, once that Q move buff runs out, it means you have no heal, which means Saber Alter is back to dealing massive amount of damage to herself. Now, because of the entire Q move gimmick and the cooldown, this creates the gameplay loop of pressing the Q move, running until the black silence effect ends, and then just playing offensively as hell. But here's the thing, once that Q buff ends, you're back to being a harmless little kid. Because again, why bother throwing on your moves if you're gonna take a chunk of damage yourself? There's literally no point. So again, because Q has a long ass cooldown, it just creates a sense that you're gonna use a move, and once it's off, you're gonna wait for the cooldown, which again takes like 10 years, wait for the cooldown, run around, and then press Q again, and then just repeat. Rinse and repeat, because it creates this bad gameplay loop, where if you throw out your own moves, you take a chunk of damage yourself, which means the Q move is extremely important for Saber Alter's moveset. Alright, now actually starting off with a moveset, I just want to talk about her M1s. So, like the rest of her moveset and her Walkspeed, her M1s are integral to using her combos. Because first of all, her M1s actually give the silence effect to the opponent, which is really good. Like, look at that. It gives the silence effect, which means, you know, you can just use any move right after, and it should be able to land. Now, the reason why her M1s are so integral is because she actually has no ways of starting the combo with, you know, just using her moves raw. This is because literally almost all of her moves are blockable and have a ton of startup. So even if you don't have your block, they can just use their dash iframes, because the move part of her kit are just so f***ing slow. Like, look at her T move. That was the slowest shit ever, and it did 20 damage. That's not even a combo extender, by the way, because it actually knocks them back. Same with the R move. That takes an eternity! That takes such a long time to, you know, actually use the move. But anyways though, as I'm saying, there are also problems with her M1s. Specifically being that using her M1s actually makes you walk forward, which, you know, actually ruins her M1s. Because first of all, if your opponent is close by, and then you walk forward, that means you actually have bigger chances of missing the M1s yourselves. Please, devs, remove the walking forward part of her M1s. It just makes no sense. Second thing I want to talk about is how her M1s are extremely slow. In fact, so slow, sometimes when you're using your M1s, it won't even true combo into each other. Your M1s won't even link into each other. You can see, that was a frame of green that they could have used a dash. And mind you, I was genuinely mashing the M1 button. Yeah, that was green. So, yeah, Saber's M1s, extremely slow, don't even link into each other, and they deal 15 damage to the user. This sucks. So our E move, which is called Dark Obliterator, does two massive AoE slashes. The first slash is blockable, and the second one is a block break. This means that, yes, it can be parried, and the move itself has a ton of startup. This is generally only used in combos, and you should never use this move raw. Our next move on the list is our R move, which is called Dominion Slash. Now this R move actually is a ranged slash, which does a ton of damage and acts like a barrage with multiple ticks. Here's the thing though, it has a ton of startup and is also blockable, which means, you know, the opponent can also parry and get a free combo off of you. So again, I wouldn't really use this move unless you're at a long range and you want to get the opponent out of surprise. Next up, we have Voltgun, which is our T move. Now this is a block break slash, however it has more startup than the moves before and also has less range, so honestly I wouldn't use this move ever and it only does 20 damage. It also is cancelable like all of the other moves except for G. The next move on the list is Twilight of the King, which is your Y move. Now this does 3 massive AoE slashes, which are much larger than the other moves before. However, the first 2 are blockable, but the last one is block break. So again, I would never use this move at raw, you're probably never gonna land it, it's either gonna get dash framed or blocked. Now, Tyrant Verdict, your G move, is actually one of your main combo starters. This is because this is the only move in the entire kit, apart from the beatdown, to have Hyper Arm. Now, this means that you can actually bail yourself out of combos, and the move itself makes you run a ton, so it also can act as a tool for backing up. Now, the problem with this is that the hitbox itself when you slash is actually quite difficult to land, but if you do land it, it's a block break and it gets you a free combo, so you can't complain too much. One major weakness to the skill is that the lower HP you are, the shorter the running distance is as well, which honestly sucks, because if you're at like under 100 HP, you're barely gonna move like 3 meters across the map. Now the next move on the list is Excalibur Morgan, which is our H move. This move has a long cooldown, and it does about 150 damage if you only land a slash, But a lot of people don't know that there's actually an explosion near the back as well. The explosion itself will do around 300 to 400 damage, but the main problem is that you actually only have about a quarter of a second to aim this move, which honestly sucks. Anyways, that's all there is to know about the moveset, so let's get straight into 1v1s with Saber Alter. Okay, we're in a game with Saber Alter, and this is not region, but I think we are up against a Anubis player, which, you know, you see pretty common nowadays, but you know, it is what it is. Not gonna lie though, I'm gonna pop the Q first, and yeah, he's gonna rush me because I literally cannot do anything. So I need to run for the first couple of seconds. But now we can use a G move as a combo starter, has hype armor, it block breaks. You know, if I do land it, that would be cool, except I freaking missed it. That's a free punish right there, I don't know what you're doing. I need to watch out for the dash move, though, that Anubis does, because that thing hurts. Come on, use it. I know you want to use it. Come on. No, not what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh! Yep, that's bad. That's bad. Oh my god! So here's the thing, right? This Y move, you're never gonna land it outside of M1s, because, again, Saber Alter just straight up relies on this type of stuff. Let me land it. Nice. Oh my god, I was too far away. Nope. There's a free bonus right there. Yeah, he just dash framed it. So again, all of these moves reliant on the M1s, and I swear I jumped, but okay, that's bad. Oh my god. We're taking damage. Yep, and our Q move ran out, which means we might be a little cooked. Nice. That M1 wasn't even true! Why is that a thing? Okay, now we can do the E move. Oh, okay. No, never mind. It's too far away. Okay, cool. I can try do like the little. I can try do the R move. I'll try do that. Again, he doesn't know that you can actually block most of Saber's moves, but all right. Nope. Okay, yep, fair enough. So yeah, again, I don't even want to throw out my moves because I'll just take more and more damage. Nope. I'll try to use a G move. It has hype armor, so I can like maybe try to like land it. Except I'm so slow now, and you should be dead. Here we go. Oh, did that hit? What? Was he not in the hitbox? Hello? Okay, you're dead now. Jeez. Okay, so what the hell was that? All right, whatever, man. Okay, we're another round with Saber Alter, and we're up against another Anubis user, which so many Anubis users nowadays, but I'm just gonna pop the Q, and then as soon as that starts, we'll just what the hell are you doing? Come on, man, what the hell are you doing? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh, this game sucks. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, okay, we take those trades. Okay, nice. Now we can use the E move right after. Get some very nice damage in, but again, these M1s are so slow. I don't know what the hell you're doing there. Are you just gonna like... Oh, what's the plan here? You don't even have your standout. What are you doing? You don't even... Oh god. What are we doing, man? Come on, use a move, bro. He's gonna do nothing. What? That was a weird match. Okay. Sure, I guess. Okay, another round with Saber Alter. Oh god, we got 200 ping. Oh lord, that is... I'm fine with like 170 or 180, but 200 is too much. And it's a Sand Devastation. This is about to be really, really annoying. I need to pop this. No, no please, no thank you. Again, whenever he pops that little R jump move, I guess I'm just gonna use the G hyper armor. Or just, you know... Yeah, come here. You ain't doing nothing, come here. Oh, I nearly got it. I swear I nearly got it. There we go. We win those trades. And my M1s aren't even true. There we go. Do the E move, which should be good damage. Oh, that last part kind of missed though. So again, San Deviston is just something else because he can just zone out and pop the H move. Nope, not working. Oh, this guy's stupid. He doesn't know how to block. Oh god.
I know how to fly just fine.
Alright, you got that. All my moves are on cooldown though, which is a bit of a problem. But we're just gonna pop the G move. Okay, nice. And you're dead. Okay, yeah, so just, I don't know, man. You're not gonna be able to use any of the moves raw unless you're counting the R move, which does have a lot of range, but it is blockable. Okay, when a match against... Oh! Saber Alter versus normal Saber. You rarely ever see this. Okay, so I'm assuming that she's gonna use the R move as a combo start. Yep, I knew it. Okay, we just have this stupid silence thing though. We're gonna use the G move. Okay, nice. I think I can use the... Oh! That's a problem. Use your T move. Oh, we win the trades. Nice. And use the Y move. And then the R move. Okay, not enough stun. It is what it is. So I'm kind of just pressing buttons for a combo right now. Nope. And then we can use a T move maybe? Nice. Okay. I need to watch out for when she does a little slash move. Not that. No. Not that move. No. Come on, use it. I'm gonna block it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that's like the move I kind of want to watch out for. And the R move as well. You're gonna... That ain't it, chief. That ain't it. Yeah, fair enough. You can block that. Fair enough. Nope. Oh, actually could have hit me. Oh, that's bad. Oh, what are you... Oh my god. And she's dead. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know why, but most of these guys don't actually know how to play against Saber Alter. But all you gotta do is just hold block. Like, most of her ranged moves are blockable. So overall, I just feel like Saber Alter has some very questionable designs, especially with the whole self-harming gimmick thing, and the fact that she relies on her M1s to land the moves, but if you're going to use the M1s, they're extremely slow, and sometimes they don't even link into each other. It's just so questionable to me, but if you do land your M1s, she has like a lot of great damaging moves. Her R move does like 45, Y does 60, which is crazy, and E does like 35 to 40. And you can pair Y with E to do some really crazy like damaging combo. But anyways though, that will be it for today's video. If you guys did like it, make sure to like, subscribe. If you didn't, then don't, and I will see you guys next time.